Welcome back to KT Fitness and Training. I'm just going to do a very quick segment here for balance. Those of you that are over 50 know that the components of staying fit and healthy and able to complete your activities of daily living involve building strength, which we do through resistance and weight work, cardiovascular, which you do through cardio work, any kind of walking, biking, anything that really gets you breathing heavily. But we also need to work on mobility of our joints. That means allowing your joint to work through an entire range of motion. We want to work on flexibility. That's allowing those muscles to be able to stretch so that you keep them pliable. And then last, balance becomes very important as we grow older. Simply because, one, we're not usually engaged in the same type of activities we are when we are younger, which helps us incorporate and use our balance. But also that is something that tends to diminish a bit as we get older. And we start to lose what's called proprioception, which is knowing where your limbs are in space. So like anything else, practice makes perfect. And so incorporating balance activities into your life can help you improve your balance and maintain it. So one of the things that's really nice, this is both going to be something I do every day. It works if you've got arthritic joints at all, but it also incorporates balance. So in the mornings when you first get up, what I'd like you to do, and you'll notice I have a chair here, so if you know that you're a little wobbly or you're not really sure on any given day, you always want to have either a bureau, a chair, if you're in your kitchen counter, something that you can hold on to. And remember that when you work with balance, just keep in mind how little children learn to walk. They hold on firmly initially when they really don't have much balance. They then go to what we call fingertips, right? Where they just have those fingertips there. Then they sort of hover. Lastly, once they gain good balance, their hands are out and they kind of do the Frankenstein walk. Hands out helps us with our balance. So at the very last, when you're feeling steady, is when you drop your arms down, and that's how we walk. So you can do the exact same as you work through balance. You can hold on firmly, you can kind of fingertip it, you can have your hand hovering over the chair, you can have your arms out wide. So one of the things to start with in the morning is you're going to start on one leg and try to lift your other knee hip high, okay? So you'll notice I'm at hip height here. When your foot is lower, closer to the ground, it's going to make it easier for your balance. As you lift the knee hip high, it's going to make it a little tougher. Now, as you do that, you have to think, suck in my belly. So pull your belly button into your spine. That's going to secure your core. The other option you have is to keep this support knee bent. That protects the joint. Or if you decide you find you start to straighten up, don't be lazy with straightening up. Really pull up on the muscles. Think you're trying to yank your kneecap right up into your hip. And that's going to tighten up those quadriceps and tighten up your glutes. So I've got my knee lifted. And again, I can be holding my chair. The next thing I'm going to do is extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend. I usually like to do it about 5 times. Then I hold it out. I'm going to give myself a nice little rotation around the ankle. So again, there's that mobility we're working. We're getting blood flow in the joints while we're working balance. And then we can lower that leg down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So shoulders back and down, either a soft support knee or straight, tighten up on the quads. We're going to lift that other knee, pull our belly button in, and then extend, bend, extend and bend. Make sure you're breathing. You don't want to hold your breath here. We're going to hold this out. We're going to go ahead, circle that ankle. Think about drawing a nice big circle with your big toe, then go in the other direction. And then we're going to lower that leg. The other option too, once I've kind of done the extends and bends, I'm going to do what we call hip swings. So again, you can hold on. I usually don't because I've been doing these every day. So we're going to set our weight onto that left leg or right leg. And then I'm going to go ahead and just try to swing through. It's a pendulum. Now you're going to notice I'm going to have my arms work in opposition just like they do when we walk. And your goal here isn't to see how far back you can lift the leg at all. It's just to allow the leg to swing through the hip joint. So we're working mobility and balance at the same time. And you can do as many as you feel comfortable doing. We lower the leg, we're going to work on the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to reverse, pull those shoulders back and down. I think about engaging my abs, just pulling that belly button in. And I'm going to start. You can start just touching the toe front and back, all right? So if you know your balance is wobbly, that might be enough. And then once you feel comfortable, you lift the toe, and it's an easy, gentle swing. It's not a leg lift front and back. We're not holding. We're just letting it swing. It's a pendulum. All right, and then as it starts to loosen up, you might find you can swing it out in front a little higher each time. And let's just do 2 and 1 and down. So that was front and back through the hip joints. Now we're going to work to the side. So I'm going to roll my shoulders back and down, either the soft knee or again straighten up, pull up on the kneecap. This time, let's take this leg, touch out the toe to the side, and then it's going to cross in front and touch on the floor and to the side, to the floor, to the side. Notice your arms are both swinging now in the opposite direction. And once you feel comfortable, you lift it off the ground, and it's the pendulum again. We focus really on trying to lift it higher to the side than across in front. 3, 2, and 1 and down. Same thing other side, shoulders back and down, soft knee or pull up. We start by touching the toe to the side, arms opposite direction. As the leg crosses in front and touches down, the hands go the other way. So we go out to the side, across in front. Now, pull that belly button in. Let's lift the toe. Try to go into the pendulum. Now you may find you're stronger on one side than the other. That's completely normal. You can tell I'm a little weaker here. I'm balancing on my left leg. That's my weaker side because I'm right-handed. 3, 2, and 1 and down. So that's just a series you can do every morning. Real quick, do your knees. We did the extensions with the knees, and then we went into our hip swings. I'm going to give you another option as well that you can work with balance. And if you think about a letter X, right? It really has 2 big sticks, one this way, and that creates the letter X. So I like to think we're making one stick of the letter X. So let's start with our weight on this leg. Take the other leg out to the side. So imagine that's the bottom of the leg for the X. So now there's the top. I'm going to reach up and out. I'm going to go, if I can, and stick this hand right on my thigh. Now I'm going to lean the X sideways. So as I lean, I got to have room here, I go out to the side. And again, you could have a chair in front that you hold on to if you need to. Your goal here, nice tight butt. All right, nice tight gut. And then let's bring it back to center and lower down. Same thing other side. We're going to start by pointing the toe out. So this is the bottom part of that stick on the X, right? And now here's the top part. And again, you can hold on to your chair or put your hand on your side. And now when you feel ready, pull up on that kneecap, tighten your button back, and lean. And there is your X. One side of it. We need another person to cross over in front of us, make the other X, and drop down. So imagine that same thing, but now we're going to do it in a different plane. So this time, I'm going to take this leg, touch it back behind me. I'm going to reach this arm up in front. I'm going to pull in my belly button, and now I'm going to lean forward. So I'm going to really keep that belly tight. I'm going to squeeze my gluten back. You can reach it even farther forward if you'd like. And then drop down. Let's do the same thing other side. So again, we take this opposite leg, we touch the toe behind us, and we reach overhead. Now I'll turn sideways so you can see what it looks like, but you stay facing forward. And then what we're going to try to do, tight belly, tight bum. I'm going to lean it forward if I can. There we go. Suck in that belly button, stare at one spot on the floor, keep breathing, and exhale. All right, so we've done some static balance moves, which basically means once we set into the position that we're balancing, we don't really move anything, we just stay in that position. But that's not really how real life works. Oftentimes when we do a fall, if we fall, we're in the middle of moving different body parts. So it really helps to train our brain and our balance with movement involved. So for this one, what I'd like you to try to do, okay, pull the shoulders back and down, alrighty? And I'm going to have you think about your lower leg. We'll put the balance on my right leg here. And I'm going to have different appendages do different things, okay? So let's start with that leg pendulum that we were doing before. All right, let's just start front and back with the leg here. Now you can be holding your chair here if you need it, because you may find you need it. I want you to keep your leg moving front and back. Okay? You got that? Bring it down. Now let's take the opposite arm, your left arm, stick it straight out from your shoulder, and I want you to just swing this cross in front of your body and back out to the side. Cross in front of the body, back out to the side. Now keep that arm going, and let's add in that lower leg doing its front and back swing again. So now we have the leg swinging in one direction, arms swinging in the other. Keep them in their separate planes. The legs front, back, arm is side to side. Now, last thing is we're going to add one more arm, and it's going to go up and down. So your goal here is to keep each appendage in its own separate plane of movement, not to have them all run together. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and down. So what I meant by run together is your brain has a habit of wanting to kind of bring them all to the same place. And we're trying to keep each one in its separate plane. So let's pull the shoulders back and down. And let's start with the opposite leg this time. So that means tighten up, keep the glute tight. And let's take your leg here out to the side and in. So it's just a side leg lift. All right, think of it as in the side plane. That's not really the scientific term, but that's the one we're going to use, side plane. And again, you can be holding a chair here. All right, so that's going to be the leg. Bring it in and wait. All right, let's take the opposite arm, okay? And this time, let's have this arm go up and down, okay? So that arm's going up and down. Remember the side leg lift? Let's add that in. And let's add it in opposition. Actually, I've got that kind of going at the same time, right? Take the other arm straight out, and you know where it's going, across, across. All right, so you're trying to keep them each in their separate plane. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, and on down. All right, I'm going to give you one last one. And again, you can do these. You can choose just one a day. Maybe you play this video a couple times, fast forward, and just go to the one you haven't done for any particular day. Just trying to give you a bunch of different options for balance, so you've got different things that are available to you. So this one is sort of similar. We're going to pretend that we're the middle point in a clock, okay? So let's make our support leg to begin my left leg, your left leg. All right? And let's take this opposite leg, and we're going to start by touching it at 12 o'clock, so that's straight out in front of you, and then back to 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Once you've got that toe touching down and you're steady, okay, again, if you have to hold on, you do. Try to fingertip it, hover it, or let go. We're going to lift the leg and pendulum it 12 to 6. And then let's have the same arm swing in the exact same direction of the leg. 12 to 6, 12 to 6. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Slow it down. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. A little quicker. Tick, tock, tick, tock. 3, 2, and 1, and down. Nice job. All right, let's switch to the other leg. Don't jump ahead on me on this one though. So we'll touch again, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock on the other leg, 12 and 6. And if you need to hold on, you do. Now let's go ahead, right? Eyes up, belly tight. swing the leg, 12 and 6. But this time I want the same arm in the opposite direction. So when the heel is back at 6 o'clock, the hand is up at 12. So you're swinging in opposition. Got it? Keep that belly tight. Let's slow it down. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. A little quicker. Tick, tock, 4, tock, 3, tock, 2, tock, 1, and down. All right, still working with the clock here. All right, we're gonna switch again. All the weight on the leg that was just swinging. Pull the shoulders back and down. And again, let's start with the leg. And this time it's going to, again, you're in that center pin of the clock. Stick it out and touch it down at 3. And then cross over and touch 9. 3 and 9. 3 and 9. 3 and 9. And now pick the toe up and go into the pendulum between 3 and 9. 3, 9. And now we're going to have the arm out from the side, and it is going to go with the leg to 3 and 9, and 3 and 9, 3, 9, 3, 9, a little quicker, 3, 9, tick, tock, 4, tock, 3, tock, 2, tock, 1, and in. Got to do the other side. Shoulders back and down. All right. Tighten up your bums, suck in your belly. Touch out at 9, cross to 3. Touch to 9 and 3. 9 and 3. Now pick the toe up. You're going just across from 9 and 3. And now we're going to have the arm go in opposition this time. All right, so when the foot's at 3, hand is at 9. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Slow it down. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Quicker. Tick, tock, 4, tock, 3, tock, 2, tock, and in. All right, a very last one on both sides. This one adds a little bit of rotation in. You're going to be working a little more slowly because we're trying to cover a bigger range of motion. There's that mobility for the hips as well as balance. All right, shoulders back and down. It's my left leg balancing. I'm going to start by touching my foot out at 12 o'clock. Now, it's going to go all the way around, past 3, touch back down at 6. Come back around past 3, touch down at noon, 12. So from 12 to 3 to 6, and then back past the 3, hit the 12. See now if you can do it with a toe up. Okay, so it's a full movement. 12, 3, 6, 6, 3, 12. Now have your arm match your leg. 12, 3, 6, 6, 3, 12. There you go, breathe through. 4, back around. 3, back around. Here's 2, back around. And last one, and in. Very last balance exercise. We're going to roll those shoulders back and down. Support knee, either bent, straighten it up and pull up, suck in your belly button. And let's start by taking that leg out in front to 12. It's going to come around past 9, touch down at 6. Then to 9, then to 12. 9 to 6, 9 to 12. Pick the toe up this time. Okay, as you circle it around. Now remember, this time it's a little trickier. Your arm is going to be in opposition. So when the foot's at 6, the arm's going to be at 12. All the way around and all the way back. Keep your belly button tight. It will help you with your balance. Keep that core tight. Breathe for 4. Come back and around in front. Take it around to 6. 3. Back and around 2. And around, last time around, and 1, and in. All right, nice job. Make sure in the mornings when you are doing your knees with your rotations, also it's a really nice opportunity to take your palms forward. I usually touch my shoulders. I'm working through the elbows there, just getting some blood flow going in through the elbows. Touch the fingertips right into my shoulders. And then I'm going to hold them at 90 degrees and just cross them over a bunch of times. Again, just early morning, blood flow in through the joints. And then lastly, make a fist like you're going to scare somebody. Pop them. Extend the elbows, pop those fingers right out in front, and then take them overhead. And if you just do that about 5 to 10 times, out to the side, drop on down and roll your shoulders. That's usually what I do right before I do those knee extensions with the toe circles. And that way you're ensuring all your joints get really nice blood flow for you to go off and start your day. All right, that's it, folks. Last little segment on balance. I hope you practice it. When you practice, it will come back. You might be shaky initially, and you never know, depending on how much sleep you've had, how much stress you're under, medications, your balance can change from day to day. But what you should see is that if you're really religious about doing it pretty regularly, that it will improve, and that's ideally what you want. So stay healthy, stay well, stay fit, you'll age well. Thanks so much.